concept of valuations in ordinary life. Your buildings can be valued, your properties can be valued, your vehicle can be valued for various purposes or reasons. So customs valuation is normally the value adopted or graded or accepted by customs for their tax and tariff purposes. So customs valuation is a customs procedure to be applied to determine customs value for duty and other fiscal tax purposes. It's not for any other reason. It's purely for customs payment of taxes or levying of taxes on imports and exports and other fiscal taxes. So the formula can read value times rate of tax is equal to amount of tax to be paid. So that is why we did classification that establishes the element of rate of taxes to be applied. And we saw some too in taxation. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. I have to step out and pause to take a telephone call. I've just described what is customs valuation and what it intends to do. So, but customs valuation is another doggy or contentious process undertaken by custom officers. Customs valuation is not easy and is as difficult as classification of products in international trade. Why? The question is, why should there be problems with customs valuation? There's problem with customs valuation because prices vary from time to time, prices vary from place to place, and prices will vary for the same product from brand to brand. The prices will vary depending on the quantities purchased, and the prices will vary for your level of trade. Are you a wholesaler, retailer, or a user? And also your business relationship. Then when we are valuing used second-hand goods or vehicles is another tonic or contentious technical issue for custom officers. When we are valuing factory rejects, liquidated sales, stock lot purchases, goods with minor defects, goods which are on seasonal or reduction sales, and solicited gifts, its values pose a problem to custom officers. Yeah, so value for customs purposes in general basis are like this. In Ghana, values could be grouped under the following headings. Value for imported goods on CIF, cost, insurance, and freight. Value for export should be FOB, free on board. The value for parcels at the post office is also on CIF. By here, the freight is the amount of stamp used to post the cargo, that is the freight. Then if you go to the manufacturing or the excise field, the value for taxes, excise duty is the selling price. Then when your goods default and they are going to impose penalty on your defaultment, you are to be penalized on the short amount paid, not on the whole value of the cargo. And when we are customs subjects forfeited goods for auction sales, the price used is called the reserve price. And value for second-hand goods, and used vehicles are also CIF. So take note of the groupings and the basis. So that is a general overview of valuation, but then it has got a checkered history at where we are now. We know we are doing the WTO transaction value-based method, unlike we move away from the Brussels definition of value, whereby we were using arbitrary and fictitious values, but now we are using the transaction-based method, which has got the WTO concept of valuation. Yes. So the transaction method that contains our 6 methods. Method 1 round down to about method 6. And method 1 should reign supreme because here value is described as the price paid or to be paid for goods meant for export to an importing country. And there should be in an open competitive market, and there should be no relationship between the buyer and the seller. And also, when there are certain factors that will affect the determination of price, it is adjusted accordingly. Then, if these tenants are accepted. They said your value should be accepted by customs, and that is the transaction value of imported goods. That is the method customs is using now. I mean, globally, yes. Because the WTO went together with WCO and the enshrined, and there's a whole convention on this valuation method. Yes, so having said that, that is a brief overview of customs valuation. We'll go deeper and understand what is CIF, what is FOB as we moved on. But then realize at this point that we treated two subsequent topics: classification, then valuation. When you classify properly, correctly, it establishes the rate of duty or other fiscal taxes to be applied on the products imported or exported. Then if you grade the value is the basis of application of tax rates. So value can be CIF for a lot of reasons, and value can be FOB, and more normally, principally for exports. So that's it for customs valuation.